NFC between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Punter Rigoberto Sanchez has it teed up and ready to go. And off we go from Lucas Oil Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Rolling back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that gives the Texans a first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
First and 10 now from the 46. They give it to him again. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the well again. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Board that tackle to the effort of Leontu.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Pass play now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. And partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of the biggest challenges in this one. Operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. They're going for this. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They fake the handoff. Now Richardson buying some time left. He's going to keep it this time. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play block. That's going to set them up with a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go now.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Kind of a small 4-yard chunk there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points in each and every context. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Working on 2nd down. Richardson. Has it at is going to be tucked down at that spot, which means the effort makes it first and goal.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Colts first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the red zone now. Connects with Harrison again. And in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marvin Harrison Jr., his third of the year. This is where you always want to be standing end of your first drive, Brock. And, hey, even more so when you're chasing these early season wins.
You know what comes to my mind as you say that, Kate, is just stacking. Right, we hear this from coaches all the time. Stacking practice days, stacking good reps. Ultimately, stacking drives together like that, you know, helps you stack wins.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Finding a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Another carry for him. He cuts it back right. And he can't finish it off in the end zone, but great effort out of bounds all the way down at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Look at how long he held off that defense before they finally got a hand on him, and they hauled him down.
Breaking out of tackles, sure, that's nice, but avoiding defenders altogether, that's even nicer and easier on the body, and you know his teammates love that breakaway threat.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Line up the design keeper. And he gets a feel on the punch forward.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typical QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, they've got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Now from back at the 4, here's 3rd and goal. He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he gets in, touchdown! Now right there, the type of first-quarter drive that you expect, Brock, from a team that's on a little winning streak, right? Same rhythm we've seen the last couple of weeks, and picking up where they left off.
No coach at any level is going to try and fix what isn't broken yet. They're going to try to augment it, sure, and maybe, adjust when you have to, but no adjusting there. That was just an efficient drive.
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Ashton Doolin now to return. Showing a little burst so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. On the ground first, it's again to Taylor. Powering his way forward a bit, giving him about 6 there to begin this drive.
It's not just wide receivers that can write books and want the ball more, Kate. Really elite running backs, when they don't get the number of touches they know that they can produce with, they tend to bark a little bit too. I bet you he gets more carries, a lot more than he did 1 week ago.
1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Taylor again. It's going to be taken down here. The knock before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex.
Yeah.
You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and other times, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Richardson now on 2nd. That one finds Josh Downs. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. We pick up at 17. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to him. Will Anderson Jr. 4 sacks in that win last week, and now they've got one here.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
Cut near the goal line. Toward the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Colts. Josh Downs, the 2nd score that he has brought in this season. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Send right down the middle and good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Texans 7.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he got all in that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Setting him on the dive. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing off the play fake. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Lamb. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Second down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Richardson. Into the hands of Harrison. Talk about an explosive start to this drive. 30 yards.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Richardson now. And the play's going to be made by the Texans. They got to him. Will Anderson Jr. And it's going to be a long way to go now for these guys on 2nd down.
45-yard line.
And not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. It's the Colts holding the lead here at Lucas Oil. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21.
Come on. 19, 18. Buffalo 18.
Richardson back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Fits it through the middle. And he's still going to be shy of the first. Man, he made a great challenge for it on that play, but he was brought down just in time.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Lion. 18 Pioneer.
Now we've got whistles, but not for delay of game. They were able to get a timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. And it's off the upright, but still bounces off the crossbar and goes through. College-style points are just luck. They're going to take this one either way. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Back play straight ahead. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back-to-back carries here. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Play fake, he'll throw. Just got it away before the hit. It doesn't matter, it's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, really staying skate because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for 4th and 3. They're going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, and they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Richardson. He's going to be caught by Tyler Warren. And they hold him down, but we all saw it. That's pretty awkward, partner. This flag should be a face mask. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone.
Cowboy 80.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Offense to the line for second down. Throwing now, Richardson. He's got it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Allen Pierce from 23 out.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Whether that middle field open or close, like a single eye or too high. Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Airing it out to start this drive. Buys time, rolling right. Well secured by Jaden Higgins. They get him to the ground, but boy, a gain of about 25 before they did. And that gives Houston the first down. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. And they're not going to get anything done as he's brought to the ground for a sack. So that is how our first half will end. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Starting the third with Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
And 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Now Richardson to throw. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And they will take him down. They got him back to the 41. 4 sacks last season, Brock. Now he's got 1 this year. Yeah, got about as deep in that pocket as he could go, Brock. Thought that we'd see him throw it away, but he got laid out instead.
Yeah, again, just a lesson that you kind of stack all these lessons when you're a young quarterback, and you think you can get away from these guys. Not at this level.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third
Offense
down.
looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. And no look, that's incomplete, and that means it is 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep it up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. They'll throw for it. Got his man. This is Noel. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it. And when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Sign for on the turf, falls out, he lost it. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. Here's a design run. And he's going to take it in himself. Touchdown, Houston. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
He's got a lane up past the 30. Great vision, gets him across midfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Did we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Well, come out throwing. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. This is a heater going deep. That one is swatted away, incomplete. But there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. I'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Trying to throw this from the gun. Right side cut by Higgins. And how about this, Bronk? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to call some back. They make it 3rd and short.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. If they don't close quickly, he can take it to the house.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Dropping back to throw. Collins got it left side. He stops here, gain of about 7. And that is the Texans' first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st down, Texans.
And throw it here on 1st. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Still sticking with the passing game. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
They needed a lot more out of this offense in this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
Throwing it again here. Hits his running back. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Throwing from the gun. And a hit's going to separate him from that football. Incomplete. Not surprising to find a defender in the area there over the middle, challenging that one, partner. It's 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Oh, enveloped by the defense. They get it at the 32. They are 2 not 2. And that sets up an extremely difficult 3rd. Now it's 17.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. And that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Desperation time here. Into the hands of Dell. And stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. First and goal. They'll try and punch it in. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Line up the design keeper. We've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Texans. So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking. They're going for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
31, Texans 19.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
Amy Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
On the return, here's Doolin. Good work so far. He's got room. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Taking a shot deep here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
We've played 3 quarters here already, and those look like some fresh legs defensively, getting after the quarterback, forcing him out of the pocket, and forcing another incompletion.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Richardson. A nice effort on the hit to break up that throw. We've got 3rd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Third and long for him here. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going to run for it. Richardson brings things to the home for that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Richardson now. Short pass brought in. He's still going at the 30. Down to the 10. And this might be the one that puts it away. Touchdown, Colts. Marvin Harrison Jr. His 6th of the year, 2nd in this game. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And their lead now up to 19 points.
Texans 19. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. going to throw here to begin the drive. Rushes right there as he releases it. He goes nowhere near the target. Going to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is second down. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round one in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Completed to his running back. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He's got it. Complete to Collins. And he's stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They are throwing it again. Closing in, and they're going to get him down. They're going to mark him at the 42. And that is a couple for him today.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. It's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Looking in the air here. And the pressure again, and again he goes down. It's Latu in there again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Texans hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Working now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped with a good ways still to go with defenders rallying to that completion. That forces 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's now 4th down.
Fourth down, pass coming. Rolling left, buying some time. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped the loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief with his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And he gets him 5, but still way short of that line of gain. So here comes 4th down. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching.